Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Stephen O'Donnell. I have been the host of truGlasgow for the past 4 years. This year we are joined by Candidate ID, and along with me here we've got Adam Gordon and a number of our track leaders who are involved in the event this year. This, as I say, is the 4th year of truGlasgow. Originally it was True Scotland, and we host true events worldwide, most famously in London, but literally in every corner of the planet. This is the 4th time we've done it in Glasgow. Let's now hear from Adam, who is our co-host this year with Candidate ID.
Hi, so thank you, Stephen. I am delighted to have accepted Stephen's request or invite to assist with this year's session. I think that the whole True movement has been becoming more prominent and becoming more interesting and more useful. One thing that I felt I wanted to serve a little bit better was the kind of in-house talent acquisition community. So I've gone hell for leather on trying to identify people who I know have got interesting things to say in Glasgow or in Scotland from the in-house market. And yeah, I mean, I've really kind of raided the larder to find as many good people as I can. So I'm particularly interested to hear Gillian Nelson, who's leading a track about millennial behaviours. It's a subject that she's been studying pretty intensively. She's head of recruitment or head of talent at Robertson Group, the construction company. She's also my sister-in-law, so I've heard a lot of this firsthand. And I also agree with everything that she's going to be talking about, but I know that a lot of people won't agree with it. So I can't wait for some controversy. And yeah, very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a great event. I think we've got 24 confirmed track leaders for the day. We're going to be doing a bit of consolidation. There's a bit of overlap between some of them. I don't think there's one topic that I don't like the sound of. Anything to do with talent attraction and technology are the two things that I'm particularly interested in. But we've got some other really exciting new things happening in recruitment at the moment. And so Billy, for example, is going to be talking about the what could be very, very dry, but is going to be quite interesting subject around GDPR. So really can't wait for the event.
Fantastic. Let's hear from Billy.
Yeah, so I like to call it generally depressing, potentially ruining, but I'm just trying to play on the ambulance chaser theme when it comes to GDPR. For me, GDPR is not a terrifying thing. It should be the perfect opportunity for in-house teams, agency teams, HR teams to get their cards sorted out, and actually start to make sure that their recruitment activity is really thinking about the candidate, that they're putting the candidate first, putting the candidate at the core of every piece of activity that they're doing. And if you follow GDPR, if you go along with the spirit of it, go along with the principles of it, then it will ultimately result in a far better overall candidate experience, and it will achieve far better results for your business as well. So, I'm going to be really pushing around, do it properly. If you do it properly, you'll make a name for yourself and you'll become, an employer or an agency of choice within the marketplace. So really looking forward to it, really excited to see what people are doing, what people aren't doing, as I suspect the case is going to be a lot of the time, and get some interesting debate around the topic.
Fantastic. Next, can we hear from Wendy, who's been a track leader for the past 4 years now and will be again on the 14th of September. Wendy?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. So for anybody that has not been to a True event, they're great, and really looking forward to seeing everybody there. The good thing about True is that there's no real structure to it. There's some great people Adam's got sorted for running tracks, but you can dip in, dip out of everything you want to hear. And it's the track leader's job to keep you inspired and keep the conversation going, but it's really about interaction. So this isn't the sort of thing you want to come to and not participate. So get really into it and get and then you'll as much as you put in, the more you'll get out. My track in the particular this time is when we're working with a lot of corporates and sort of well-established recruitment teams, we constantly get more involved in trying to get that candidate experience through tech rather than thinking of it as a process. So that's what I'm really looking to delve into, and really keen to understand how other companies have are able to share some of their experiences and what's worked, what's not, and really get some good shared learning on the day.
Excellent, fantastic. Now, Ian Hamilton, Ian, you were a track leader with us last year for the first time, so you're back again this year. What's your track going to be on the 14th?
Yeah, so I'm running a track on chatbots. So I suppose
Very topical.
Yeah. You know, a good few months back, we started. Well, a couple of years back, actually, I started tinkering about with Facebook advertising for recruitment. We delved into it properly about 6 months ago. We started to see some crazy sorts of positive figures in return on investment. And then we plugged the chatbot into it, and things just went through the roof. We saw amazing candidate experience, but what I want to delve into is what recruiters want to see coming from this sort of technology in the future. The positives, the cons, is it going to see jobs? Is it not? All the sorts of controversial topics that could get us all arguing.
Yeah, I think chatbots are really only limited by your imagination, but is definitely a really topical subject. And lastly, Dogie, we're using Audro technology at the moment, and Audro are obviously video technology based in Glasgow, and you're going to be very present at the event as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've not had the pleasure of attending a true event as yet, but certainly delighted to be part of this one. So the discussion that I'll be leading is really just around, it's based around how we can help manage the change process within agency recruitment teams, basically more than anything else. I've been involved in some really bad change processes, and I've been involved in some really good ones. And I suppose there seems to be a real mix from recruitment directors across the country and how they manage this and how they then roll out new technologies and products that bring into their businesses across their teams. So, but discussing obviously the benefits when it goes right, the consequences when it goes wrong, and then really just taking everyone's ideas as well around how we can manage that better in the future.
Fantastic, thank you. Well, to wrap up, I'd really like to encourage anyone viewing here to join us on the 14th. The way to do that is to go to the truGlasgow website where you can book your tickets. I think we're running pretty tight on the number of tickets still available, but there are tickets there to be had. So please go and book your tickets now, and we very much look forward to seeing you on the 14th. Thank you very much.
Can I just add two really quick things?
Yes.
Sorry.
Adam.
Two other really quick things that I wanted to say. First of all, my colleague Scott McRae is leading a track called Spearfishing. I'm really strongly encouraging him to wear a wetsuit for the track. That was the first thing. The second thing was Gary Robinson, who is head of recruitment at V Ships, is doing a track which I can't wait to see called The Convergence of Dating and Recruitment Technology. And the reason I'm so interested in this is because recruitment and dating are basically identical concepts. So I can't wait for that one as well.
Okay, perfect. Thanks everyone for joining us for the video today. I hope it encourages a few more people to come along and see us on Thursday the 14th, which is 2 weeks from this Thursday. If you're not there, you're going to miss something very special. It only happens once a year. So I look forward to seeing all of you guys there and everyone else who's watching. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.